back to B&E Stitchery.
I'm Brandy.
And I'm Emma.
And welcome.
Welcome back to our Flosstube, number 10!
Number 10. Can you even imagine?
Oh my
wow.
gosh. Means we've been doing this for 10 months, because this is our October upload.
Yeah.
Even though it's September 30th as we're filming this.
But I know, October's going to be crazy.
Yeah, we'll get into that in life updates. So you start off. What's your life updates? How's September been for you?
Busy. Work's been crazy busy, and I am in the process of possibly moving, so it's just been a lot to think about planning and doing and stuff, so I've been a little overwhelmed, so to say the least.
Yes. September has been crazy busy. As many of you may know, or if you're new, hello. I'm an accountant, and I'm a public accountant, so I am in the audit department of the firm that I work for, and I specialize in nonprofits. So if you don't know, most nonprofit year ends are June 30th, which means right now is the busy season because we're dealing with all the June 30 year ends. So I kind of have like 2 busy seasons a year. So September, end of August through September into October is normally hellacious. So it's been a little hellacious at work, working longer hours and trying to pass my CPA exams. So I've been coming home and studying for an hour after work, which is hard, especially when like all I want to do is come home and stitch and relax.
I know.
So I don't have as much stitching as normal just because of that. Just less free time. Still working the fairs. The last one's this coming up, not this weekend that we're in, but the next weekend. So the Freiburg Fair. If you'll be there, see me at Steve's French Fries. But yeah, just crazy busy.
Yeah, that seems to be the theme, but that's okay. It
Yes.
is what it is, and you know, just keep stitching.
Just keep stitching.
We're super excited. We're getting ready to go to Stitch New England, which is like, we just got back from a Stitchy day.
Yes.
So
with our library stitchers. Well, probably like 3/4 of our library stitchers.
Yeah, Ashley moved and Joanna couldn't be there and Kathy had to work.
It's just hard to get all of us on the same day. But we fill everybody in on stuff that we talked about. And today was more just like hang out. We didn't really talk about
retreat. I thought we were going to talk about our retreat.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if all of you know about our retreat is April 19th and 20th of 2024 in Augusta, Maine. I think Emma said there's still one spot that hasn't been filled.
It just keeps cycling. So if you don't know, we are on a wait list right now. So, and we give 7 days to pay your invoice. So if you're on our wait list, please keep checking your email for an invoice. It should just be coming from Square. And I mean, like, I know that people are getting them.
Yeah.
And it sends them a reminder on day 7. So we technically give you 8 days because after the reminder gets sent, we give you 1 more day. So I've just been cycling one spot because nobody keeps paying up. And it's okay. Yeah, and a lot of the people are from far away, so I understand if you were maybe signed up as maybe I'll get on and it just didn't work. Like, that's fine. I'm not saying that. I'm just letting you know. Yeah. Check your emails.
And don't be afraid to join our wait list because things can happen between now and April, and we'd love to be able to give people refunds if they can't make it for whatever reason. And I just do want to be clear about that, and I think we were clear previously. We will give you a refund if we can fill your spot.
Yeah.
And we're not going to chase people to do that. So whether you can fill your own spot or whatever, we're
going to pull from our wait list first.
Yes.
So you can't just give us someone. But we'll pull from our wait list. Right now we have about 20 people left on the wait list. And if you were on our wait list and didn't pay, you get moved to a separate list. So yeah, I'm a spreadsheet queen. Kind of comes with the job of being an accountant. So I have like tabs of Excel sheets and stuff. I've been keeping track of everything.
So excited, and I can't wait to start telling you what we're gonna be doing. There's 9 of us, and we all have our own special part of the pie that we're doing for the retreat. And you know, the Fanciful Flamingo and her daughter are doing it all on their own. And I know that they have volunteers and stuff, but like there's 9 of us, so I can't even imagine.
It takes a village for our one retreat.
Yeah.
So. And Missy brought something that was given to us for a giveaway. And needless to say,
We all wanted to all.
We wanted it all.
It's
So,
amazing.
We
and
appreciate designers giving us stuff for giveaways if they can't commit to a trunk show. Like, thank you so much. I don't know if any of you guys are watching this, but
yes.
thank you so much. And anybody else that has donated anything, and we're just so grateful to.
Yeah,
and,
we can't wait to start sharing with you.
And we're doing this 100% nonprofit too, so I think it's important to us to remind people of that we're not doing this for money, and we're just really excited to be able to give back to our community too. So
yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Well,
what have you been stitching on?
Do you want to start with Miss North Pole, which what we always start?
Miss North Pole.
Miss North Pole.
Sure.
In my polar bear bag.
I stitched a whole bunch of this, and then I kind of just was like, I'm gonna stitch something else. So
guys, I always forget to take things off the Q-snap. I literally
I'll
said
show
before I
mine
did this.
first. We're both stitching this
pattern.
Oh.
Now I'm like Nancy from the Bougie Stitchers. Pattern first. Anyways, this is Welcome to the North Pole by Primrose Cottage. I'm sure most people know this, but because everybody and their mother's stitching it. But if you don't, this is a sow, and we've been following along the monthly schedule. So
yeah, I've been kind of peeking around at things to mount this on. I haven't really found anything that I'm like, I know.
Dead set on, I know.
And I totally did not space this out well.
That's okay.
At all.
You might be able to cut it and then use like ornaments, like make ornaments out of
yeah,
this
I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking when I was measuring this, but this is my August stitch. I am not done with it. Emma says I have one more day. September stitch, excuse me. Emma says that I have one more day to finish, and
can you make it happen? Who knows?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna have to redo this.
We are both stitching this on 16 count brown sugar fiber on a whim.
Yes, I watched I was editing our last Flosstube, and I realized neither of us said anything
about any of
the fabrics, and I was like, oopsie. Sorry. And this is mine. So since the last Flosstube, I finished the snowman and started on that cocoa stand, and I completed my September section in 3 days because I decided I needed a mental health day on one of my Sundays off, and I literally just stitched from the second that I woke up. And I went on a little walk, and I went to the post office, so it's not like I wasn't completely unproductive. And I went grocery shop, I did, I say I went grocery shopping. I did a Walmart pickup order. But I literally did over half of that in one day because I needed a day.
Yeah, sometimes you do, and you have to take
a day.
You have to take mental health breaks, and that's what's so wonderful about stitching is
it provides that.
It's a mental health break, definitely. I actually got to go to the Camping Stitchers Zoom.
Oh, you went?
I did, and it was nice because it was what I needed. I had a really bad week, that whole week.
Oh, do you want to talk about it?
About my toilet breaking and my tire and my fridge and just everything all at once.
Woke up to a flat tire, and then her went somewhere, and then her toilet leaked, and then she opened her fridge and the handle came off with
it was just a bad day.
Yeah.
So it was really nice to stitch with stitchers, It's just so, and that's what we did today, and my cup is full.
Yeah.
I love all these ladies, all of them. They're so wonderful. So it's always nice to get together with stitchers, even if it's just on Zoom.
Yeah.
Speaking
of, join our Facebook page for our, we do monthly brunch Zooms on Sundays. The next one is October 21st. So join our Facebook page and we'll have the link posted. And it's always a blast. It's so much fun.
I love the
Shout out to all you ladies. It's so much fun.
I have the best time.
Yeah. It definitely, like she said, fills your cup. It's just a good time. So even if it's virtual, you can still have fun.
Yes.
Are those all your whips? I keep looking over here. Are these all your whips? Because you might want to do a couple before.
Okay. Well,
I don't got that much.
I was watching Chris the Camping Stitchers Flosstube, and I was looking at her Instagram, and we're doing the cell together. It's the Happy Camper cell, by the Blue Flower. And I was like, wow, Chris is really making some progress. I better get going. So I started stitching on this. And I didn't make a whole lot of progress. I'm stitching this on 18 count Dirty Teacup, which this is like my favorite fabric of all time. I outlined the fox in the canoe. I started the canoe, started the fox, and I'm finishing up the fire. So that's what I worked on. So I say I didn't make a lot of progress, but I did do a lot of stitching. I mean, it's pretty dense.
A big piece,
yeah. So I love the fabric.
Is that gonna be enough?
Yeah. Hopefully my measurement's right.
Okay.
I hope.
I'm just looking at this and I'm like, ooh.
I know.
That's a lot.
I hope so.
You should go all the way down on one side.
Just to make sure.
Mm-hmm. I would recommend.
Oh dear.
Because now I'm looking at this and look at this side, how big it is over here.
Oh my Lanta. Don't make me concerned.
I think you need to go all the way down.
Yep. Why don't you look at your whip for a minute?
Okay.
I only have 2 more of these little things, Emma, to go.
Okay.
So I think I'm good.
I
did do that one time. I started on
the North Pole. But you didn't get very far.
No, I know. No. But I'm very far on this.
Yeah, you are. That would suck.
Oh my
major.
Gosh.
That would suck major.
I would be very sad.
Okay. My next whip is my Blue Flower Bee. This is Sleeping Bee by the Blue Flower. I don't know why it's like skipping. But anyways. Oh, see, I forgot to take. Hold please.
Fail.
I literally said in the car when we were driving here, I need to take this off the Q-snap.
We did a hashtag Blue Flower Bees for this stitch along, and most of our library stitchers are stitching this.
Mm-hmm.
We've done the Sleeping Bee, the Quilting Bee. I don't think anybody did the Tudor Bee.
Nope. And now there's Autumn Bee as well. So,
oh yeah, that might be on my Stitch New England wish list.
Ooh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
So feel free to keep using the hashtag Blue Flower Bees sale. This wasn't like a stitch this much this time type of sale, so feel free to keep using it. Okay, so since our last Flosstube, I was only about halfway through this pine spur thingy, and I finished this down here, and I got the legs on here, and all of the body, and in here. So quite a bit. I actually did quite a bit on this. So I'm excited to keep going on this one.
I love it. So much to Emma's dismay, I didn't finish this.
Oh. Every time we talk on the phone every day, and I was like, well, almost every day. I was like, Halloween quicker. Halloween quicker.
I'm so close to being done, but I did not realize how much that little town at the bottom entails.
Yeah, it's quite detailed.
It's
well, if you look at the front of the pattern, like they do that as like a single.
As a small, yeah. So I am not finished yet. I still have the town
it's so bright.
and the spider web and a couple little smaller motifs. I'm almost done with the town to start filling in the colors.
Oh my god, you're so close. You literally just have like this.
I know.
Mom!
And I have to do the spider web, and I have...
Finish it! Finish it!
I am so close. I am going...
If that's not done by our next Flosstube...
What? Or else?
Or else!
Remember in The Wizard of Oz, when the Wicked Witch of the West, like, surrender Dorothy?
Oh, yeah!
That's what I think of.
Or else.
Or else. So anyway, hopefully, I will be done with this by our next Flosstube. I don't know. I'm stitching what I want when I want, and I am doing what makes my heart happy right now because life is stressful. So that's what I'm doing. How many more do you have?
3 and a finish.
Okay, then keep going because I only have...
So this next one is just, I don't have the pattern to show because it's in one of those like books that you would get at Hobby Lobby. And it has like a bunch of like cutesy little animals and stuff like that. But it's just a shamrock with like a Celtic swirl in it. And this I just worked on filling in more. I basically had from here all the way up, all of this dark green I did. But that's it. So I just have, and it's not just fill in from here. It has like I said, like a Celtic swirl type of design in here. So I still have a little bit to go on this one, but.
That's a Christmas present, right?
It's a Christmas present for my stepmom, who is Irish. So I have a lot left to go in here. But I still have time.
Still have time before Christmas.
Like, this is in a 6x6 case now. Like, this is pretty small.
So I have a couple of the Hands-On Designs Polar Plunge series. So the first one I worked on was Whale Hello There. And I'm not finished with him. I thought I was, but I forgot to put the lines in his body.
Yeah.
So, and I also looks like I forgot to put the water on top. No, I didn't. Oh, I think I might have used a different color.
The water on top?
This part right here, the water.
Oh, yeah. It looks like you just used a different color. But it's cute.
It just looks lighter here.
And you're not planning to finish him like that, are you?
No, I'm doing these as pillows. I'm going to do a little pillow and I'm going to get a little box and I'm going to put them all in that box. So then my next one, my pattern, I mushed it. It's the penguin pear. And I'm close to being done with this one too. I had a little bit of startitis and I said I was going to start all the smalls. These are all stitched on 16 count Polar Plunge by Fabrics by Stephanie.
The fabric that's called for
yes.
this. So.
Yep. And I have all of them. So there's Puffin Cardi.
Is that going to be the next one you start?
I think I want to start the walrus.
Which is this? Oh, cute.
Isn't he cute?
What?
And then there's a narwhal that is a PDF pattern that all the proceeds from that narwhal go to Special Olympics.
Yeah.
Which is wonderful. I love that.
Did you buy it?
I did, yeah. So I have it just as a PDF.
Cool.
Okay.
Me. Okay, this is my last whip, and then I have one start and one finish. So I used the whip wheel to pick up a tiny town, and it actually happened to be a tiny town that I haven't touched since Mania, so it kind of worked out. This is Honey of a Tiny Town, which is, I'm sure everybody has seen, and I'm just using the DMC conversion for this, which we all know gives me headaches. So it is what it is.
I think it's beautiful. Those colors really pop.
I should have just finished this, but I have a stitching first. I fell asleep while stitching last night. I was watching the Bruins game and stitching, and I woke up to some random infomercial at 1 a.m. and my stitching in my lap. Anyways, I was filling in this house.
She was tired.
I was filling in this house while watching the Bruins game last night. And it's funny because Casey and I are looking for a home, and we have kind of decided that if we don't find anything by November, we are going to buy a plot of land and put either a modular or a double wide on it next spring. And we were looking at all the pictures of them that they have, and I found one that looked very similar to it didn't look like that, but it had the same colors. Like it had dark brown accents on the inside, and the outside was white with a navy blue door and shutters, and I was like, I want that. So I was stitching this, and I was like, oh, that's gonna be my future home.
And you're stitching all of those on 16 count?
Yes, I'm stitching all of my tiny towns on 16 count Ren by Picture This Plus, and I'm gonna go backwards. I'm stitching my Sleeping Bee on 16 count Lamb's Wool by Witchelt, and that little shamrock I'm stitching on 14 count Oatmeal Ada. So just to catch you up, because I keep forgetting to say.
So I just have another start and you have a start, so.
Okay. Well, I don't have a picture to show, but I'll insert the actual pattern.
Which is
Wintertime by Crocetta Agogo. And I should have grabbed scissors. Okay, so we went to the Stitchy Day today. I was planning to start this ornament. I forgot my floss. I'm sorry, what? Who forgets their floss when they go stitch somewhere? I'm literally such a donut head. Anyways.
We were talking and like all of us have our like stitchy spot set up, so we always have what we need. So when you go places, you have to pack and make sure you bring what you need. And Emma did not pack her floss, so it was a good thing we were at Shirley's house so that
Shirley, the crafty goddess,
she has all the floss.
She lended me some 436, so thank you, Shirley. I appreciate it. I have it in this cute, tiny little bag that I got at Celebrations. I don't know who the bag is made by. It doesn't say, but it's cute, quilted little gnomes that are skiing. Adorable. And I'm using Alicia's favorite thing, the little tension hoop, which is a perfect size for a Christmas ornament. Anyways, all that being said, I could really only stitch white and the face and rump of this little bear. So, oh, is it? There we go.
Yeah.
So, here's my little start on him. And so the pattern has 3 little bears, and my future mother-in-law has 3 kids. So I'm going to stitch them all as little Christmas ornaments. And they technically have, like, this C, where the C is technically 3 hearts on, like, the sweater. But I'm just going to replace the middle one with their initial. So this one is Casey.
Cute. Cute, cute. So, I think I mentioned this on my Flosstube last time. On our Beanie Stitchery group on Facebook, Carol enabled me to start this so that we could do a stitch along. So all of us, some of us.
You're starting at a day early.
I am starting at a day earlier. Supposed to start on
October 1st.
October 1st, but I wanted to start it today and I wanted to make what my heart was happy. So it's Lollies and Crows and Candy Corn, oh my, by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle.
Why is it Lollies and Crows? There's not even crows on here.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm stitching this on 18 count Bestitch Me, a little classy. I got this in a box and this is my start so far. I got a ghost and a bat.
I'm shooketh to the core.
What?
You're stitching that on a nerd hoop.
I am.
On 18 count.
I know.
Are you a changed woman?
No. Maybe a little. I am stitching this 2 strands on 18 count, which I never do. And I'm stitching this on a hoop because I love to sew because it goes fast. But I like the way my stitches look when I stitch on a hoop. They lay flatter. And when I stitch with 2 strands. And I don't know what possessed me to stitch with 2 strands on 18 count because I don't normally. But this is a wider 18 count. So I was looking at it and I was like, this looks more like 16 to me.
Fabric.
Isn't it?
It's so cute.
Yes, it is cute. So that's my start. 18 count Bestitch Me, a little classy.
I just didn't hear it, apparently.
Sorry.
No, I was probably
And
I was probably so
in my
shook
squirrel bag.
that you had it in a hoop.
Squirrels. Squirrels. You know what? I love them.
We went to Michael's after our stitchy day today, and she was like, "Look, a squirrel! Look, a squirrel!" Because like all the fall stuff.
fall.
Yeah.
And Emma's like, you should get that. And I'm like, no.
Okay. I just have a finish, and I should have really ironed this.
Oh,
Okay.
you said you were going to.
I said I was going to, but I did not. This is Flea Market Flowers by Lori Holt. And on our last Flosstube, I talked about not really liking to stitch on 14 count anymore. And I just want to get the 14 count stuff out of my whip pile. So I was on a mission to finish this. And by finish this, I mean finish it how I want to finish it. I did not do this whole thing. So what I did was I already had this pink flower and the blue flower right next to it done. So I was like, oh, this almost lines up with this line. So I just brought this one down to it and kind of spaced it out a little bit better. So now it's just a 9 by 9 inch it's more of a little bit of a rectangle, and I was looking at it, and I did what you did. Good thing I don't want to finish all of this because it wouldn't have fit.
You did it the wrong way.
I took it off the Q-snap and I was like, well, good thing I didn't want to finish the whole thing.
Now you're making me nervous. Nervous.
So, yeah, I have not decided how I'm going to FFO this, but I think I'm either going to put it on a project bag, like on the front of a project bag, or just put it on a little mount for springtime. I haven't decided yet, but it's out of my whip pile. No more 14 count. Well, this project. So, and that's yours, so you can have it back.
It's my pattern. My FFO.
Might be a little wrinkly dinkly, but that's okay.
This is my very first professionally framed piece. Mm-hmm. It's one of my bigger pieces that I just decided that I wanted to get it professionally framed, and I did. Got this done at Hobby Lobby. And I stitched this, gosh, it's been done for a little while. It sat for quite a while. But it's Teresa Koget's For Love of Nature. And I changed the date of this to be 1820 instead of 1822. And I love it. It's beautiful.
So
it's so pretty.
And she didn't do any glass.
I don't typically put glass.
It's so light.
It is light, yeah. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love how it came out.
It's beautimous. Can I put it up on my wall?
No. It's hanging on my wall right now.
Very
but
nice.
I love it. It's very pretty. And that's my FFO.
Cool. I have no FFOs because I'm a loser.
You're not a loser.
I've just been busy. Okay.
Huh?
Yeah.
Or do you want to do Stitchy Kindness first?
Stitchy Kindness. I just love Stitchy friends. And I'm so grateful for every Stitchy friend that I ever meet. And if you're not on your local Facebook groups, get on your local Facebook groups, because that's how we met this wonderful Stitchy friend, Shirley. And she went above and beyond on my birthday and really spoiled me.
Very much so.
She is a crafty goddess. That's literally what we call her.
That's how she's in my phone as my contact, the crafty goddess.
And she knows how much I love the Bruins and embroidered this bag. Hello?
And made the button.
And the button. And she kitted me up with the fabric. And she kitted me this pattern. I mean, hello, in this nice fold. Oh, that's the... I don't know who this is by.
I don't know either.
It doesn't say. It doesn't say.
It doesn't matter because it's awesome.
Because it is amazing and I am so grateful. And I will be stitching this soon. And she gave me a little board to mount it on with paint to...
Show the floss drops she made.
Yes. Paint to paint the board if I wanted to. And she also made me little Bruins floss, and they're all different. I'm like, where did you find these papers? And they're all different little cute, and they're already numbered to the colors that are on the pattern, and she's great.
I love her.
And she said,
I love her so much.
She showed that we can take the bow off of the bag and then put it on the stitch once it's finished. So I'm just so grateful. And
Emma has a new Stitchy bag.
I have a new Stitchy bag, so this will be my Stitchy bag that I take everywhere now. So
it's beautiful.
See it with me at Stitch New England. And I'm so excited. So thank you, Shirley. And thank you, Abby, for the gift. And thank you, everybody, for the birthday wishes on our Facebook page. And
yes, that was very sweet.
I did not do a birthday start just because I was busy and I didn't
That's
have...
sad. You broke the cross-stitch law.
I know. Well, I had the pattern picked out, but I didn't have 18 count Aida, white Aida. That is what I would need for it because I'm using sulkies for it. It's going to be my first sulky experience.
I have some.
I know, but I want to either... Yeah, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. So I'm either going to do it on like a stark white or like something that has a little bit of like color to it, but I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Because I thought something that would be like very light blue.
You didn't tell them what you were thinking. Oh, Feathers by Rosewood Manors.
Say it, but that's okay. Oh, Feathers by Rosewood Manors, which is, I can insert a picture. Causing myself work for later. But it's like the really pretty peacock design, so yeah. I love it. Do you want me to just keep going?
Yeah.
Okay, I got my fabric of the month from the Crafty Grimalkin. It's Atomic Ranch, and this month was Embellish, and she did open up her 2024.
I love that color. That is a good neutral.
It's just a great neutral.
That is awesome.
In this light, it's not as green.
No.
Because I opened it in daylight, like out at the mailbox, because I was so excited. I opened it at the mailbox and I was like, oh, that's kind of green, but it doesn't look that green in this lighting.
Not at all.
But it's just a great neutral.
It reminds me of Not Another Sampler.
Oh, it does. And the Crafty Grimalkin did just open up her spots for her 2024 Atomic Ranch fabric of the month. They do them by year. So like mine will end in December because it was only for the remainder of 2023. So
are you gonna continue?
I don't know. I haven't decided. I might also try a different fabric dyer because I've never actually stitched on Atomic Ranch. So I might just stop at 2023 and then find a different one. But
yeah, swap around.
Yeah. And I might not even do a fabric of the month because next year is going to be expensive with buying and potentially building a house and then the wedding and then retreats and just life. So I might not do a fabric of the month.
Yeah.
Next year.
I used to do Grace Notes and I love Grace Notes fabric. I absolutely love it. But it was getting to the point where I have a lot of fabric. Oh, you already have it?
Okay, now I have to explain. It's 32. I was looking for 28. We went to Hobby Lobby yesterday and I was looking for just light taupe 28 count even weave and they didn't have any and I was upset. And then
we went to Michael's
today and they also didn't have any, so I was upset. And here it is sitting at home, but in 32, so it is different. But anyways, the rest of my haul, I guess. I ordered some while I was watching the Primrose Cottage, you know how they do the live Flosstubes. I was watching theirs and they said they did a fabric restock, so they were like, run quick! And so I did.
So you ran quick!
I ran quick! And so I just got some white. I am now a convert to Lugana. I probably will only start things on Lugana unless
you should stop making these blanket statements because you've changed so much already.
I mean, probably,
we all change our stitching.
Probably, but I really like stitching on Lugana so far. I prefer it over Ada, so all of my Ada projects, I'm like trying to get them out of my whip pile. So anyways, I'm trying to stock up more on Lugana, is my point. So I bought just some white 32 count Lugana, a fat quarter. I don't need to take these out of they're just like basic colors. This is 28 count wheat, which is similar, but it has that, similar to light taupe, but it kind of has that like heathered.
Yep.
And then I got a half yard because Lindsay said, I may or may not have a design coming out that has 12 parts that needs light taupe. And I'm like, she's like, so stock up. And I'm like, okay, half yard, please.
Is it Halloween rules?
I don't know. Well, she said it has 12 parts.
I don't know. I don't care.
So it'll probably be like a monthly thing.
I've been waiting for Halloween rules from Primrose Cottage.
And she's been promising it. It's not like she didn't.
She hasn't promised.
Well, she hasn't promised, but she said it's in progress.
She's thought of it, yeah.
So I'm like, girl, we see you.
When Halloween rules comes out,
yeah,
it's mine.
It's mine.
I'm kidding that.
Well, you've done Hive rules and Christmas rules.
Yeah, and I just have autumn rules left.
Yeah, I think we should do that together. I want to do that. Not now.
Oh, good.
We have too much going on. Maybe next fall.
Okay.
But did you see that?
Maybe next
Mrs.
spring.
Smith Stitches is doing it.
No.
She's doing it, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so cute.
I know. I have to mount. I mounted my Hive rules already.
Yeah.
I haven't mounted my Christmas rules. I should probably do that before Christmas.
Yeah.
Maybe during our FFO day.
Speaking of, so as we mentioned earlier, we have a Facebook page, and we were talking on one of our Zooms and talking about FFOing and how it can be intimidating sometimes and stuff. So we decided to host a virtual FFO day, and we picked a date, which is
November 25th.
Yes, the Saturday after Thanksgiving here in America. So it will be on Zoom, and depending on how many people join, we might do breakout rooms, and we may or may not do some giveaways, and it'll just be we're going to do a 4-hour block, so you don't have to spend the 4 hours with us. I mean, we'd love you to, but if you can only hop in for an hour or you just want to stitch, you don't have to FFO, but we will be FFOing.
Right.
So, and it's just a good way to see other people's FFOs, their process, learn things from other people, and
I think we'll do like chats too, like what do you do for sewing pillows? Do you use lizard litter? Do you know, and just talking with people, because finding out how people finish their projects gives us ideas or learning how to do it. Where are you going?
keep talking.
Okay. Why am I keeping talking?
Keep talking.
Okay. Well, should I show my
yeah, you go on haul.
my haul?
Sorry. I think I bought a pattern, but I can't remember.
Okay. So last time, I have very little haul. I know everybody's shook. I didn't buy any fabric, and I didn't buy any patterns that I hadn't already pre-bought. So I did pretty good. I wanted to show this pattern the last time. This is from the Elegant Thread. I wanted to say Enchanted Stitcher.
Elegant Thread.
It's Maine is my happy place. And I wanted to start this quickly, but I was looking at these embroidery stitches over here, and I was a little intimidated by them. They're like kind of fine needly.
Stitch.
It's different on the pattern, and I was reading the pattern, and I was like, oh, hold on. So
don't let it intimidate you.
I did a fabric change and a conversion, but so I will be starting this soon. But I wanted to show that. And then I think this is my last pattern of collecting the Pansy Patch Pumpkin Lane series, and this is Acorn House, and it has a little squirrel, so how perfect. That's my last one of that. And I got another Melanie Henson bag, and if you don't know who she is, she's stitching Sassenach on Etsy.
But she posts more of her bags on this cross stitch
Stash
or
unload.
it's stash unloading, cross stitch only, or something along those lines.
Yes.
So
I love her bags. They're super affordable. She always gives you a little scissor fob, and they are well made. Zipper pull. I always call it a scissor fob, but I mean just very well made. And I mean I love Teresa Koket's fabrics,
which is kind of like hard to find. Like you kind of have to order that special. But.
So I got this for my haul. And the rest of it, I'm saving up for Stitch New England because
we're going to go hog wild.
I don't have anything like that I have in mind that I want to get, but I mean, I'm sure when I go. And then Emma made me this bag because I don't have enough bags. But I think I'm going to put my lollies in.
And look at how good I did. Except there's a thread.
There's always threads. Isn't it cute? It's perfect.
I love that fabric.
I love that fabric.
So I made 2 of those. I made one for myself as well, which I have the Witch Next Door kitted up in. And if you're coming to Stitch New England, even if you're not, and you have that pattern, even if you don't, buy it for October 13th. Teresa Garden Goose kind of started this. I don't think it's really a stitch along, but you know, if you want to start that, start it with us. It's by Primrose Cottage. So we're starting it the day that Stitch New England starts. So I'm really excited. And while I was making those 2 bags, I also made this bag, which is a bunch of it. I'm still new, and I didn't realize this was a directional fabric when I was cutting it or sewing it. until I finished it. But it's just a bunch of vegetables and fruits. And this is for a Stitchy friend of mine who I saw this and I immediately thought of them. So this is going to one of my Stitchy friends. But I did get enough fabric to make 2 of them.
Because it's cute.
So I will be making one for myself again. But I almost kind of like the vegetables going horizontally.
I don't think it matters.
No?
Either way. Yeah. I mean, if you did it this way, what's the difference? You know? It's going in the same direction, so it's fine.
So I'm still learning, and I need to remember to
pay attention
to my stuff.
But you did a good job.
But I'm getting better. Like, look at how straight that is.
It is.
I'm getting better. Oh, I didn't say this on our last Flosstube, did I? I got a sewing machine.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I did? Never mind. Ignore me.
At the yard sale.
I did buy patterns that I found on my Etsy purchases. So I'm just going to show you because I don't want to have to insert another picture. This is, oh, I guess I should pick up the name. How do I get out of here? It's by Hoop Modern Stitch on Etsy, and my best friend from college is expecting a little baby girl, and I'm so excited. So I got this birth sampler type of thing. So I'm excited. I actually got 2 because I couldn't decide which one, and I want it to be a surprise, so I don't want to text her and be like, hey, which one do you like more? But you let me know down below. So there's that one, and we'll call that Wildflowers. And then there's this one, which is, we'll call it the Pink Flowers. I don't know. But then there's this one. This one's definitely way more stitching, and I'm trying to decide if I should get it finished for her baby shower or wait until I meet her for the first time and then give it to her. Because all of these have like the birth, like,
weight and
what I was gonna call it, metrics, information, whatever. But I was kind of thinking maybe I just, because she's already announced the name, I just put the name in the middle, not necessarily the date and all that stuff. So you let me know. What should I do? Should I have it for the birth, for like the first time I meet her, which gives me more time to the end of January, or should I try to finish it by mid-November?
I think finishing it by mid-November is a pipe dream. Like, you are not going to be able to finish that by mid-November.
I would have to stitch on only that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's possible.
Yeah.
Or you go right ahead. You do you.
But that's what I bought that
white
quarter of white. So it's going to be on 32 count Lugana. Either one. So you let me know what I should do because I still haven't decided. Cool. So for the last little bit, on our Facebook page, we knew that we weren't going to have much to talk about today, but here we are at 42 minutes, so I guess we were fine. I asked our Facebook group if they had any questions for us. So we're just going to read through the comments and answer some of your questions.
So, Amy,
let's not say last names. Just
I'm not going to say last names.
I'm just making sure.
Asked, do you pick new projects based on wanting to make it for somebody? Or maybe because you want it for yourself? Or it reminds you of someone or an event? I find that I have never kept one for myself. I think that will change this coming year. Well, Amy,
stitch for yourself, girlfriend.
Please. I mean,
yeah.
Who's going to appreciate it more than you? The work that you're putting into it. So.
And hi, Amy. She joins us on our on our Zooms. So
she is so sweet. Is she the charcuterie board, right?
Yep.
Yeah. She made an amazing charcuterie board. So I start things all the time. It's Tuesday. I feel like a new start. It's, but I am a seasonal stitcher. Like right now, I'm feeling Halloween, I'm feeling fall, feeling that. So that's what I want to stitch right now.
But you do stitch a lot for yourself.
I do stitch mostly
majority
for myself because I have a hard time giving it away because I love it so much. But I don't know where I was going with that.
I stitch.
Sal's.
Oh.
People encourage me to, or enable me, or I am very easily persuaded.
Yes.
To stitch things because I'm like, I like that too. I want to stitch that too. And I guess it might be FOMO for missing out or something, but I love Sal's. And like I've said before, they make me think of the people that I'm stitching with, and that's like what's more important than people. There's nothing.
I stitch a lot for other people, and I think you can tell, like, when I hold things up, you should put your do not disturb on. Anyways, like, I think 3 of my whips right now are for other people. My next start is for somebody else. But I also have things for myself, like the bushel and a peck, and a lot of the smalls that I've shown as finishes are going to be given to somebody else. I think I do 50-50, I would say. I'm pretty 50-50, but I do, like, when I pick a new thing or I see something and it reminds me of them, I'm like, oh, I want to give that to them. You know, like, I definitely am not thinking about myself as much, but yeah.
Unlike me.
Unlike you.
But I think we all stitch for our own reasons.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard a lot about people saying that they're either a process stitcher or a product stitcher.
Product stitcher, yeah.
And I think I am definitely a process stitcher. I love the
motions.
And it just makes me feel good when I'm stitching. I feel good. And I think, like, I was watching something about using your hands and the what's that hormone that you get? The serotonin that you get from using your hands and your brain at the same time.
Well, not only that, but it helps, like, hand-eye motor functions. Like, it just keeps you sharp. Like, there's so many good reasons. But.
Yeah. Angel didn't have a question. She just wanted to say hi. So hi, Angel. And Andrea, too. Hi, Andrea. And Carol as well. Carol.
There is a comment within these.
A question? Oh. Karen asked if we initial or date our pieces.
I have not yet, but I think I might for North Pole. But I'm also getting married next year, so should I put my maiden name? My maiden initial?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever initialed any of my pieces at all.
No?
No. No, I haven't. No.
I'm not opposed to it. I just haven't yet.
And, you know, it's a good...
And I like seeing, like, I know Christy Keith from Floss Boss and Cousins. Hey, cousin, if you're watching. Like, she makes sure she initials her pieces and stuff. And I think that's cool, so that if it does end up, unfortunately, in Goodwill someday, like, the person can be like, oh,
I know.
This person put this time and, like, this date and stuff. Because you see stuff at Goodwill or antique stores, and you're like, I wonder how old this is, you know? So the date... You know, so there's a lot of reasons. I just haven't yet.
Me either. Jan asked, how do we use variegated thread? She usually uses the loop method. And is there a correct way?
There's no such thing as a stitching police, so do whatever the heck you want, first of all. So there is no right or wrong.
But I have heard if you want to see more of the variegation.
Not only have you heard, you can see. The proof is in the pudding, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can tell.
If you want to see more of the variegation, you use
2 lengths.
2 lengths.
From the same
and
strand.
Don't loop it. And do 1 X at a time.
Yep.
And that will show you more variegation. Do I care? Not really. Because even when you use the loop method, you still see variegation. So it's subtler. It's not as contrasty. I use the loop method as well.
For me, it greatly depends on the fancy floss and how variegated the floss is to begin with.
Yeah.
Because, like, Blue Coat Red from Weeks Dye Works on the North Pole
is
not very, like, the skein that I have, no variegation. So I use the loop method on that one. But Turkish Red, which is very variegated and, you know, you can see the difference. I do the 2 strands with 1 stitch at a time.
When I'm using 1 strand only, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Like, I stitch on 18 and 20. I prefer that. So you don't have to worry about it with that. So I just do that.
But there is no correct way. Do what makes your heart happy. Like, whatever you want to do.
Absolutely. And it's your stitching, you know, and I don't think I ever look at anything and go, oh, well, that was stitched with Blue Coat Red and she used, you know.
Yeah, she used DMC instead.
I don't think anybody looks at anybody's stitching and judges.
No.
They look at it and go, wow,
Look
look
at all
at
that
the work
effort
and how beautiful it is. So, Dee Dee asked, what are our top 3 Stitchy must-haves? Hers is removable stickers from her floss drops. And I just want to show this picture if I can. She puts the symbol along with the, thank you, Em. The symbol along with the number, which is awesome.
Genius, because then you don't have to look at the different page.
And you don't mix it up. Like, I've done that before with some symbols. When they look close together, I've grabbed the wrong thread before, so.
Yeah.
So my top 3 Stitchy must-haves is light.
Any source, neck lamp, aught light.
Yeah, I don't usually use a neck lamp, but I love my aught light. So even when I'm traveling, I bring a light. You go ahead.
You had all 3.
I know. But I'm old.
Oh my god. So mine would have to be some sort of like hoop or something. Specifically, Q-snaps and tension hoops. Those 2 are my favorites. Not a huge fan of Nerge, but I'll use it if that's all I've got. I cannot stitch in hand. I don't like doing it. It's not comfortable to me. I've got to have some sort of thing to keep the fabric taut. So that's my first one. Do you remember?
I had said fabric, because you all know how much I love fabric. But a chart stand. I love my chart stands. And Emma uses GoodNotes a lot. I don't use GoodNotes as much. I like GoodNotes, especially for PDF patterns and stuff, but I don't mark my patterns.
Which blows my mind.
I don't. I just look at it and know where I am, and yeah, so.
Which leads me to my next Stitchy essential, GoodNotes. Or my iPad. Like, I cannot stitch from a paper pattern. I can't zoom in. I literally zoom in so close that I only see 10 square. Like, I need it because I don't know if I have ADHD or what, but like my eyes go everywhere. So I need to be able to zoom in on like just what I'm focusing on, like where I'm stitching. I feel like it helps me mess up less. Like, I'm not messing up as much, and I can mark exactly what I've done. I can leave myself notes, so if I've fudged something, I can be like, don't count off from here.
Missy and you were just talking about that today.
So I love GoodNotes. I tried stitching from a paper pattern because I forgot my iPad at home one day, and my phone was almost dead, so I didn't want to like use it for that, and I was struggle busing so hard. Like, I could not
I think that's why I can't do it. Not that I can't do it from GoodNotes, is that I have always used a paper pattern. Yeah. So I think it's just what you're used to.
Yeah.
And my last one is a thread bed.
Oh.
I have to have a thread bed now. I've realized even when I have things on floss drops and stuff, like that North Pole, you're switching colors so much, and I don't want to waste all that thread. So I have been using thread beds a lot.
So my next one, I can't really decide whether it would be a needle minder or the floss chips of some variety, like acrylic floss chips. I was stitching without a needle minder today, and I was like, where do I put my needle when I have to cut this thread, and I don't want to lose it, and I had to keep weaving it into the fabric so I didn't lose my needle, and it's like, that's obnoxious. Like,
those thread beds that we made,
yeah, I have them.
We put a little magnet in it.
Yeah.
Nope, that's not the right bag. Hold on, let me pull it out. So it's kind of like a needle minder and a thread bed at the same time, but we made these one day. We made 22 of them, and this little thing right here has a little needle, a little magnet for your needle.
So you've got a 2-in-1.
I have a 2-in-1.
But I would have to say, over a needle minder, it would probably be the floss drops, because
you use those a lot.
I literally don't have a single project that's not on floss drops. So
I
like just ripping them out, and I understand.
I never used to be that way.
Yeah. Well, I converted you.
Yeah. I always used to just use the bobbins.
Yeah. And then a thread bed.
Yeah.
But it's just so much easier. And you can just pull one strand off. And I've used cardstock ones before, and I don't mind using, like, they're not, you just have to make sure you're pinching the edge so you don't rip too hard, because I've done that.
Yeah.
Like, even on the fancy floss cards, like,
I did it too. Yeah.
I've done it multiple times. So, I really like the acrylic little floss chips.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that was all of the questions, right?
Yes, I think so.
Cool.
Now we get to the awkward parts where we don't know how to end our videos. And we've asked for suggestions if anybody knows of any way to sign off. Or we can just awkwardly sit here and chit chat with you all.
Or we can just be like, cut off and say, bye!
Bye!
I'm just
Yeah. Well, we've done that before too.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
But somebody said that they liked the awkward ramble. So, here you go. This is for you.
This is your awkward ramble. So, our plans for the future.
Yeah, this isn't the end. Plans.
Well, I just started my October start. I'm hoping to finish that.
Before Stitch New England?
No, I don't think I'll get it done before Stitch New England.
That pumpkin is dense.
Yeah. And also I need to finish up my North Pole.
And?
Oh, yeah. Halloween Quaker.
Or else.
Or else. That's what this video needs to be called.
Or else.
Or else.
Finally, you come up with a title.
I've come up with a couple of them. Anyway, so those are my plans, and then Stitch New England. And I think we mentioned already that we're doing our brunch Zoom October 21st, but Emma's going to be in...
Oh, I didn't even say that for like life updates. I'm going to Detroit. Yay.
For like almost 2 weeks. So
it'll be 12 days.
Yeah.
So if you're in the Detroit area and you want to meet at Panera on Saturday, let me know. And we can stitch together. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Emma's like, what am I going to do all weekend? I'm like, you can stitch all weekend long. Like, that sounds awesome.
And I'm going to take the opportunity too to like study.
Yeah.
Like get ahead of my study schedule so that maybe like I can have more review time. December 9th is my exam date, so I've got a little while.
Wish her luck. Wish her luck.
Please, they're so hard. It's a 4-hour long exam.
Yeah.
Like they're not easy. It's 80 multiple choice questions and 8 like they're called simulations. Like they're really hard. They're not fun. Anyways, on to the ramble part. Was that all your plans? Just
Stitch New England, and then I don't know when our next Flosstube is scheduled.
Yes, we do. October 28th.
Okay. I didn't know that.
We talked about.
We may have talked about it. My brain is gone lately because of trying to move and everything. But after that is Stitching at the Farm.
Oh, I'm so excited for that too.
We have a lot to look forward to.
Yes. So my plans are, I said I was going to finish Halloween Tiny Town before Halloween.
Or else. Finish it or else.
So maybe I'll pull that out. I do have that section of North Pole, which is pretty dense. The next one is that gingerbread house section.
Oh, I love that's my favorite section. I love stitching on houses. Yeah,
it's gonna be dense.
Houses are fun to build, though. They are fun.
They are. So I'm definitely what are you bringing to Stitch New England?
I am bringing Live on Little.
Good one.
And My Happily Ever After.
Good one.
And the Lollies and Crows if I don't finish it.
Nice. I will be bringing probably North Pole if I don't have it finished before then, which I probably won't because I'll be working the Freiburg Fair. So I'm not going to have much stitchy time before Stitch New England. And The Witch Next Door.
And The Bruins.
Oh, yes. And the Bruins pattern that Shirley just got me. So that will be good too because it's like blocks of color. So that will be, I don't want to say it's easy, but like it's
easy for stitching in a group. Yeah. I don't like to bring things that are too count heavy. I wanted to work on that Halloween Quaker, but I couldn't because it's very count heavy.
Count heavy, yeah, for sure.
So,
yeah. But other than Stitch New England, I'm literally flying out at 5:30 a.m. the next morning after coming back from Stitch.
You are going to be so zonked. It's going to be fun.
No. And you know what? If I was smart, maybe I should have booked my flight out of Boston. I didn't think of that.
It's probably too late to change, isn't it?
Yep. And it's a non-refundable flight. So it is what it is. Portland's only a little bit. But yeah, I've got to be at the airport at like 4 a.m. because my flight board's at 5:15. So I'll be landing in Detroit at 7:30 a.m. on Monday morning after a retreat. Which, if you've been to a retreat, you know, you get exhausted. Like, social battery on the floor, just like, yeah, it's tiring, but it'll be so much fun.
But so exciting. And
yes, and it fills your cup.
It does.
It overfloweth.
It does. I can't wait. We are going to meet up with a bunch of our friends, and I'm excited to meet everybody. Please come say hi.
Yes, if you're going, please. We'd love to meet some of you guys.
Absolutely.
I'm so excited. I just can't wait. Okay, that's enough.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.